Hey guys, 6 years ago I said I would lose weight. But have I? Nope. And I'll tell you why. Sorry, I'm a bit sweaty as I'm talking. Um, I feel like I can't do it, honestly. I feel like it's too much work. And that's the reason. And I know that some of you can relate to this because some of you have been trying to lose weight for the longest time. You've tried the fad diet. I've done it all, the fasting, the exercising, and it actually working to an extent. And then I slip back into the same eating habits when there's like any level of stress or something has happened to essentially change my situation. Then I would go back to it. Looking back at how I was eating before when I was growing up and I was really slim, I was struggling to gain weight, and people used to always make comments about, oh, have I eaten? Why do I look like skinny? Blah, blah, blah. I got to a point where the goal was to gain weight. I always wanted to gain weight so that I can look like how other people wanted me to. I'm not gonna then get into like most of everything, but long story short, I eventually gained weight due to a medical injection that I took. And when I did, when I say medical injection, I'm talking about the Depo injection. So it doesn't make you gain weight. The purpose of it is not to gain weight, but that's one of the side effects that can happen for some people. But long story short, I got on that years ago, and the weight started piling up as I was eating. Nothing changed about my diet. I was eating the same. I was drinking the same drinks, Coke, Pepsi, all of that jazz. And somehow the weight blew up. And it was then difficult for me. And people are like, oh, but just eat healthy. But it's like, I've never eaten healthy. The only difference is I had a faster metabolism back then. So it was easier for me to gain and lose weight. Sorry, for me to not gain weight. Sorry. And so people really didn't understand. Now, I'm not here to excuse myself. I'm not here to say, oh, I shouldn't be working on myself. That's not what I'm saying. I'm here speaking to people who have had this same difficulty. You know what to do. You know that you should be eating healthy. You know that no matter what comes your way, you should be curtailing your diet. You should be doing what you need to do to lose weight. You know that your health is at stake, whether that be diabetes, type 2 diabetes like myself. You know that you need to be healthy for yourself. You know all these things. But to action it consistently, to action the good habits consistently is a struggle. Those are the types of people I'm speaking to. I'm not here to excuse that. I'm not here to tell you, oh, no, just don't do anything. Oh, just love yourself. No, I think you should love yourself regardless of what you look like. But what I'm trying to say is, I want you to also think of how difficult it has been for you. How difficult it's been for so many people. People say that it's so easy, but it's about your mind. And if you're struggling with your mental health, if you're dealing with all these mental health struggles, if you're struggling to survive every day but putting on a brave face, the last thing in your mind is going to be, oh, I want to lose weight. And I realized that for myself. So right now I'm on the journey of healing myself. And when I say healing, I mean I'm on a journey of finding what works for me in my mental health. That would also then work for exercising, work for eating habits. But it has to come from my mindset. And right now, my mindset is not fully the best. My mindset, there are things that I need to work on. There are things that I need to heal from. And I'm not saying that I can't lose weight because I have all these things I'm dealing with. I'm saying the way my mind works is, even if I then step in and try to do these healthy things, which I've done, it never lasts because if something happens today to shift my mood, I'm back to square one. So that's what I'm saying. So I need to work on that aspect of myself, so that if I do get into this journey, which I'm in this journey, but if I do actually want to become consistent, then I can, because I've worked on those aspects of myself. And I know some of you can definitely relate to this experience. I know that some of you also might think, oh, it's just laziness, it's just this. I'm not here to say it's laziness or it's not laziness. Everyone's story, everyone's issue is different. Even if someone is lazy, for example, there is a reason why they're lazy. It might be health conditions. And when I say lazy, I'm not saying, because lazy usually has a negative connotation. And what I'm trying to say, I don't view that necessarily as a negative, because sometimes you are unable to get out of bed because of fatigue, and that makes you lazy, in the sense that makes you not feel strong enough to do these things. That makes you feel like you can't physically do those things. But a lot of people might connote laziness to something negative. And that's fine. I totally understand that. For me personally, I feel like there are times where I have been lazy, but it's because I always feel tired. I always feel sluggish. And that then makes me not want to do much. Or that then makes me feel tired or exhausted to do those things that I want to do. So that's what I'm trying to say. But in order for me to get to a stage where I am mentally prepared for whatever it takes to lose weight, to get to that point, I have to work on aspects of myself. And that's exactly what I'm saying. I know that some people might relate to this. I know that some people might thoroughly disagree with what I said and still link it to me being lazy and not wanting it hard enough. No, I do. But then it is that feeling of, this is too hard for me to reach. This is difficult. And, some people will say like, oh, get a personal trainer, get this. It's not that, because I can get a personal trainer today and I still won't be consistent. It's not that. There is something I need to work on my mind that needs to change in order for me to make change. Regardless of whether someone is there or I'm paying someone, I would just stop paying them the next day, because I know that the issue is not personal training. The issue is something I need to work on within myself, within my heart. And that's essentially what I wanted to share today. So for those of you who can relate, for those of you who understand what I'm saying, you're my people. For those that don't, you're also my people. It's okay that we disagree. It's okay that you may not understand how it is. But thank you guys so much for listening.